I'm Jeff Philbin, and this is Dinner DeeAs, serving up ideas for what you could have for your dinner tonight. Like this simple but flavorful Caribbean-style pepper steak, great with any side and perfect for a meal prep. Plus, we'll be frying up plantains and mixing the perfect rum punch. Joining me today in the kitchen is Keyshawn Hudson, or as millions know him on social media, Chef Keish. Your mama's favorite internet chef. So great to have you inside the Dinner DeeAs kitchen. How did that title even come about?
You know, it's something that was started as like a little joke, because if you go on my platform, right, my followers are a lot of moms, right, and they love to watch me cook, and they like to call me their internet son or their internet nephew, and I was just like, you know, that's so funny. So it's like I'm your mama's favorite internet chef. And then I was like, I'm gonna trademark that.
I love it. But you've also have gone old school, and his debut cookbook out now called Food a Family Repeat. He describes the title as a tribute to the people who molded me into who I am, which is my family.
Sure.
So I gotta ask you, my friend, are they excited to see your book in actual stores?
My dad cried. My mom is the most excited person on earth, and everyone has just supported me so much throughout the entire journey, and it's just been really great to just, you know, bring them along with me.
I absolutely love that. Today, you're sharing a recipe that you've said was one of your favorites from when you were at school in Jamaica, a Caribbean-style pepper steak.
Yes, sir.
So how do we get this whole recipe started, my friend?
So first things first, right? I got a rice cooker over here. Not gonna lie to you, I call myself a chef, but for some reason this chef cannot make rice to save his life.
Okay.
Right? So we got the rice cooker over here.
But that's not a bad thing either, because there's some things that help, you know, get the stresses away to still get a consistent product. So the rice cooker, that could be your friend.
Oh yeah,
All right.
It's my best friend.
It's your best friend. It's the best friend. Can I help you with this one here?
Go right ahead.
All right, so we're just gonna add a little bit of water. And then just the rice here.
A little bit of rice, yeah.
Now, are these expensive to find?
Not at all.
See, just like that.
It's like, why even bother with a pot when you can do that?
It could just do the whole job for you, so you can get focused on the real big stars of this dish, which it looks as though is going to be this beautiful flank steak that we have here. So what do we need to do next?
Right here, we got this good flank steak. We're gonna keep all that good fat on it though.
Okay.
We're not trimming that up at all. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it across the grain. You know why?
Yeah, because we want to make sure that it's going to be cut against the bias here, against the grain, to tenderize. So we want to have really nice cut, uniform pieces here. So walk me through what we're going to be doing next.
Boom. So I like to go at a little angle. Probably not cold enough to do it, but we're gonna try it anyway. Boom. And you just take them just like that. Cut them in nice thin slices.
Now, flank steak, is it expensive? Walk us through a little bit about flank steak here.
Flank steak, I would say it's expensive, a little more pricey than a skirt steak.
Okay.
But it's super lean, and you know, despite popular belief, it's one of the more lower calorie steaks too.
Okay.
And it's super high in protein. It's one of my favorite cuts of steak, and I make it all the time, especially for this recipe.
Absolutely. And it's pretty easy to find at your local grocery store?
Yeah, you can get it at any local grocery store.
Okay.
And if you're not, you just get your butcher to make it for you, cut it up for you.
No, I absolutely love this, because these are really, really thin slices here that we're going for too.
For sure. I'll be here all day cutting them just so they're perfect, you know? I'm really OCD when it comes to my food.
You got to do it right.
You gotta do it right. How are they looking so far?
I mean, absolutely uniform, perfect. And why is it that we want to make sure that we have that uniform slice?
No, so they cook evenly. You don't want to have some tough, some chewy, some overdone, some underdone. You want everything to be nice and even.
Now, how many would this serve for? What's the portion size here?
This one right here, man, I could eat this all myself.
You can eat this all yourself, dude. You're gonna take the whole thing.
I'll eat the whole thing,
Like, we
man.
just gotta get you like a fork and knife. Like, this was like, you know, one of those steak eating contests where it's just like, oh, hey, here's a fork, here's a knife, here's the boogie board.
Yeah.
You're just gonna go right to it.
I'm gonna go right to it. But if you're a normal person, you got a normal family, right? I would say this is about, you know, about four to six people.
Okay, sounds like a
4 to
plan.
6 people, yeah. Not that rice though. That rice is definitely for just me.
Just for you, okay.
Yeah, but if you make more rice, you add a little bit of this, we get them plantains going, man. You get that rum
You get a
punch.
full meal out of it, the whole
Full
dining
meal.
experience. Because to grab Chef Keish's recipe for his Caribbean-style pepper steak, go to DinnerDeas.com. We have it ready to print all the ingredients, the amounts, and the directions, plus a link to the book itself to follow along right now from the comfort of the couch. All you need to do is open the camera on your phone and point at the TV, zoom it in on the QR code we've put in the corner of the screen, and when your phone recognizes it, a link to us will appear on your phone.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's coming along nicely.
Yes, sir. Almost done here.
All right. And that looks like it's the last slice there.
Boom, boom.
Perfect. So everything's all sliced up. What do we have to do next?
And now we're just gonna get it nice in this bowl, and we're gonna marinate with all these good spices here.
Okay. What do we have for our spices? What are we marinating it all together with?
A little bit of adobo, right? We got a mix of this thing called Easy Spice meat seasoning. It's got all that good Jamaican jazz in there, like the pimento, the allspice,
Okay.
the thyme, really earthy ground flavors that we love to cook with.
Can someone find this at the local grocery store too? Where do you find this Easy Spice meat seasoning?
So normally me, right? I find these at my Spanish markets,
Okay.
mainly, right? So I'd never seen them in like the more corporate
More-
supermarkets, but
the more
if you go-
common grocery
Yeah, yeah,
stores.
yeah.
Okay.
But I'm sure you can find it. You can probably get
Okay.
it online too.
Very cool.
So we're just gonna get these in.
Okay. All right, so we've got this one here was the adobo here, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this is that Easy Spice meat seasoning. Oh, wow, that smells really good
Smells
too.
good, right?
Okay. Now what else do we have here next?
Little soy sauce.
Little soy sauce here.
Nothing too crazy.
Okay. Very
And then
simple.
ginger and garlic.
Ginger garlic.
Boom.
Staples.
Oh yeah.
All
It's gonna
right.
make it smell real good. Then you just mix it up with those tongs.
All right, and then this is just gonna get tossed together, okay?
See, I would use my hands, but we're gonna use some tongs.
We're gonna use the tongs, all right? Sounds like a plan. How
good.
long will this marinate for? What's the optimal time for this all to come together with these beautiful flavors?
If you ask my grandma, overnight. Now, if you ask me, 30 minutes. I don't got time for that.
So this was inspired a little bit by Grandma too then?
Yeah, grandma, mama, all of them. That's all I did growing up. I used to just watch them make food. I was a hungry kid, so I had to learn how to make it myself.
See, now I know where the hungry kid comes out because you said you were gonna eat all of this and all that rice to yourself,
Oh, yeah.
but we just have to, kind of get these flavors to come together. Now, I think we already have one that's already been marinated, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic, so I think that one, so we wanna make sure that we got Grandma proud over here. So we're gonna put this one over here into the fridge here to marinate. And we had this one that
TV Magic.
was done properly into the standard here that we need. All right, so then that is right there for you here. What do we have to do next?
Now we just gotta get a nice hot pan, right? Because you don't want it to be too low, so it starts, springing a lot of water. You want it to sear and get that color on it, right?
Okay.
So I think it's good now. So now we're just gonna add a little bit of what is this, avocado oil?
Okay.
Either or is fine. It's a little hot. It's hot. Ooh, it's hot.
Gotta get that nice little sear going over
yeah.
here. So, all right, so that was just a little bit of avocado oil. And do you like cooking with avocado oil?
I love cooking with avocado oil.
Okay, very cool.
All right, so we're just gonna throw these in. It's a little hot up in here.
Oh, looks great. How long will this need to cook for?
I just want to get some color on it. So probably anywhere between 5 minutes. About 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes? Fantastic. Well, our steak cooked. We're taking a quick break. When we come back, we get frying of our side of plantains ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. I'm joined in the kitchen today by, as the cap says, your mama's favorite internet chef, Keyshawn Hudson, is with us, sharing a recipe from his new book, Food, Family, Repeat. And it's a Caribbean-style pepper steak. Before the break, we learned how Chef Keish gets his rice just right in the rice cooker. Use the tools when you need them. Then we prepped our flank steak, slicing it real thin, then marinating in adobo, easy spice Jamaican seasoning, soy sauce, ginger, and garlic. Then it has to marinate for either half an hour if you're Chef Quiche, or overnight if you're his grandma. And since we want to make grandma happy, we had some that we prepared earlier, which we started frying up before the break, and these have a beautiful color, but they're not done just yet. So what's next?
What's next is we're going to take these out, right? We're just going to put them in this tray over here to the side.
Perfect. So we're just going to... And your recipe from the cookbook says you want to cook these about 80%.
Yeah. It just means so you don't make them, overdone a bit, because it's steak. It's easy to finish early, right? Especially when they're cut so thin.
You want a beautiful flank steak. You don't want beef jerky.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then from here, all we're gonna do is saute some of these spices, more of these herbs, some aromatics that we got going on.
Okay.
So we're gonna add just a little touch of this. Probably turn that heat down just a little bit.
Okay, so we're gonna
Just a little touch of it.
There we go.
All right. And then we're gonna go in with some onions. Looking good.
Perfect.
I'll pull it a little bit.
All right, so we're just going in with just a little bit of some onions.
All right. We're gonna come in with some. We're gonna do that. Get them caramelized just a little bit. Add some color to them. All right, then you go with some peppers. You gotta have the 3 different colors. You gotta make the dish look lively.
Okay, so it's all about the presentation on this one here too.
Sure.
So we've got some beautiful red, yellow, and green bell peppers that are going in, mixing with our nice onions here.
Sure.
To grab Chef Quiche's recipe for his Caribbean-style pepper steak, go to dinnerdeas.com. The amount, the ingredients, the directions. It's all ready to print. Just scan the QR code to get there. What else ingredients do we need to still add back into this?
Okay. From here now, we're gonna probably add just a little bit of this garlic here and some ginger, right?
Okay.
Throw that in there, right? Just so they don't burn, right? Some body.
It's all about the timing of it, because it sounds like you want to get all your vegetables done first, and so that way then you're not going to be burning that garlic and making it bitter and having that acrid flavor behind it, okay?
Exactly. And then from there, you come with some beef stock.
Lovely.
Right, because you want the vegetables to still have some crunch by the time they're done. You don't want them to be completely just...
Okay. I love that.
And now we're going to deglaze the bottom of that pan.
Perfect. And that's just going to be perfect for our steak to go back into?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right. We'll let it simmer just a tad bit.
Okay.
Right?
Bring the heat up just a little bit then.
The heat up just a little bit. And then you could add the rest of this stuff here.
Okay.
So some green onions. Boom. Some Scotch bonnet pepper.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
Now, that's got some heat.
Oh, yeah.
That's got the heat for it there.
yeah.
Okay. Now, if someone didn't want to have that, does it change the profile of the dish? If someone's like, no, I can't take that.
It doesn't change the profile of the dish, but what I would do is I would take the peppers and take the seeds out. 'Cause that's
Okay.
where all the spice is, right?
Okay.
And then just get that flavor from the pepper out.
Love it.
All right? And I also added some allspice berries, and then we're going to add just a touch of browning sauce.
Browning sauce. Okay.
It's kind of like molasses in a
Okay.
sense,
So
right?
will it help kind of thicken it a little bit
It helps
then?
thicken it, and it also gives it a nice dark color.
Okay.
Right? And you go from there. And oh yeah, can't forget the thyme.
Go. Nice.
Boom.
I love
It's
that.
very earthy, right?
Okay.
Jamaican style cooking is just a lot of aromatics, a lot of herbs to give it a lot of flavor.
Now we've got some plantains to work with.
For sure, for sure.
All right.
So we got some green plantains over here, right? Not
Okay.
the ripe ones.
Not the ripened ones. These are unripened plantains. What should we be looking for to store for unripened plantains?
You gotta make sure that they got a lot of wear on it. So about darker,
Okay.
gold look to it, and a lot of black spots around it. But you
Okay.
don't want it to be completely black.
Okay.
You just want it to be just partial.
Just
right?
okay.
And then from here, when you got the green plantains, you're just gonna partially fry them so they can get some color before you mash them.
Okay, so this is going to be fried twice then.
Fry twice.
All right, perfect.
All right, perfect. Boom. Well, that's the perfect heat.
All right, well, our plantains finished their first fry. We're taking a quick break. When we come back, looks like there's time for not just dinner, but a drink too ahead on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Chef Keyshawn Hudson is with us today. You might know him as Chef Keish on social media, or you might have seen his debut cookbook in stores, Food Family Repeat. He's been sharing a recipe for Caribbean-style pepper steak, a favorite of his from school. And I gotta say, man, it seems like school lunches just aren't pizza and chicken nuggets in Jamaica. Before the break, we took our fried steak out of the skillet to cook up our onions and peppers, adding ginger, garlic, then deglaze it with beef broth and adding Scotch bonnet pepper, green onions, browning sauce, allspice berries, and thyme. And then we started on our side of plantains, giving them, slicing them, and then giving them the first fry in just a little bit of oil, but they're not done just yet. So what do we have to do to finish these plantains up?
So now we're just gonna mash them, right? So I'm gonna take into a cup like this, right? And you just flatten them out.
Love it. See, this is like the whole family time part of it all, because this is like the activity, get the kids involved into it there. Yeah. So were you doing this with your family a lot, making
Of course.
fried plantains?
Of course.
Love it.
A lot of cooking growing up. And then you start by just frying them just like this. This oil is ready. Boom. Oil's ready. Boom.
Nice.
They sometimes will break up a bit, but that's no problem.
Okay.
Just go in. Some shapes won't be uniform, but that's totally fine.
For some Caribbean cuisine for your dinner, grab Chef Keish's recipe for his pepper steak and these plantains at dinnerdeas.com. Just scan the QR code to get there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, I love it. Very cool. All right, so these are just going to fry up. And when do you know that these are going to be ready?
They're about to be ready right now. Do a little flip.
I love it.
Flip. Let's give those a little bit of time. About 30 seconds, they'll be done.
Okay, I'll monitor these because we also have to make a slurry.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how do we do this then?
It's just equal parts cornstarch and water.
Okay.
And this is going to help that sauce over there thicken up just a little bit.
Very nice.
So we don't reduce the sauce.
Love it.
And now that that's ready, do you mind if I come around?
Here, you come around this way. I'll pull these out for you here.
Sounds good.
And these rest on just a paper towel here so we can just absorb some of those oils here. Bring this a little closer. Oh yeah, look at that one right there. Look at all those beautiful
Yes, sir.
crunchiness right there.
Oh, yeah.
Got any trick when they come out of the hot oil?
Now you're just going to paper towel them down a little bit, and you got to add that salt while it's nice and hot.
Okay, just a little
Salt
bit?
over there. Yes, sir.
Okay. Perfect.
Let's just turn this up. See those colors coming in?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And that slur is already really kind of taking that whole
Really taking
sauce and it's just
Oh,
made
yeah.
this really nice and thick. Oh, I love it.
How
Now,
about
dinner looks absolutely fantastic, but I'm seeing pineapple, cherry. I'm thinking we got some drinks going on too tonight.
For sure.
All right, so what do we got going on next?
All right, we're just gonna make a nice rum punch because we're making Caribbean food, so we gotta make it super Caribbean. So we gotta get the drinks too.
You knew that this was one of my favorite drinks, huh?
Of course.
All right, well, let's get into it then. What do we got to do to make this drink?
All right, so we're gonna start off getting some white rum right here.
Okay.
And then from there, we're gonna get the dark rum, double up. Why
Ooh, I
not?
love it.
Then we got some triple sec,
Okay.
a little coconut cream,
Ooh.
and from there you just add a sour mix,
Ooh, nice.
and then a little pineapple juice.
Oh, that's the spirit right there.
All right, add the grenadine to the bottom of this ice right here.
Okay.
Do that little look, and then we're gonna take this, and we're just gonna shake it up.
That's good. Ooh, that's a party right there.
Oh, for sure,
That's
for
already
sure,
a
for
party right there.
sure.
Okay, I'm digging it.
For sure, they're just gonna add
And just
it
a
in.
really tiny glass, it looks like, too.
Seems so.
Okay. Man, I love how all of that just comes together. Oh. When we come back, another recipe you'll definitely want to try as we taste test Chef Keish's Caribbean-style pepper steak ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Chef Keyshawn Hudson is with us today. He's sharing a recipe from his debut cookbook, Food, Family, Repeat. 100 recipes for making every day a celebration. And we've been making his Caribbean-style pepper steak with a side of plantains, and because, well, why not? A teeny tiny rum punch to wash it all down. I mean, can we start with this first?
For sure.
Cheers, my friend.
Let's do it.
Cheers. Let's go straight into this bad boy here. Because now the party can start. Okay, the celebration of flavors here with the Caribbean flavors, everything is right there. That is straight to my heart, like this dish is going to be.
So let's chow down. I'm going straight in.
You're going straight in for it?
I'm going in it.
Okay. See, I want to get all of the peppers and the onions here. And this is a family recipe that your grandma really inspired you by. Wow. You know what
Oh, that came out real good.
It really
that
did.
came out really good.
Walk me through the flavors.
You can get all those aromatics from it, right? You get a little spice from it too, from the Scotch bonnet peppers. And you can get that subtle ginger. And it's really garlicky. And then there's that little hint of thyme. And it's just sweet, and it just comes together so well. It's such a simple dish to make because you can just kind of all just throw it in one pot and just get it going.
Totally, but because you took that extra layer of making sure that you seared the beef first, and you only took it about 80%, because you knew that you were going to be bringing some liquid, so that would bring a little bit more heat to it there. All the vegetables coming together for it there to finalize that entire cook. It's well balanced. That celebrates all of these ingredients.
For sure.
And that's what cooking should be. I mean, you also did these fried plantains that just that little crunch of flavor right there. Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, this is an absolute showstopper. Thanks again to Chef Keish. A link to his socials and his new book are at dinnerdeas.com, which is where you can grab the recipes for everything he's made today. I'm Jeff Philbin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time with more Dinner DeeAs.